What is going on, guys? Nash here, and once again I'm here to give you a guide on how to do sneaky or hidden nitro cells or C4s, however you want to call them, and easily get a kill on the enemy. So how does this work? Well, you have to have wooden floors or wooden ceilings for this thing to work. So if you're a Mira, and if you, let's say, place a mirror right here from this side, you can look on the B bomb site. And after you've placed your Mira looking at the window, you'll have the advantage of seeing if the enemy is trying to go in, And I'm going to ping this so you can easily track where I'm going to put the C4 or nitro cell. So as you can see, this is a spot where the enemy will be going in. So as easy as it looks, you just put a C4 and most likely the enemy will not be going from downstairs. So if they try to go into the B bomb site and you see them breaching the window, you can easily activate your C4 and boom, there you go. That's an easy kill for you. So, this most likely works with the spots that have wooden floors. So if you have, maps that have wooden floors or ceilings, it's pretty much easy to do this kind of thing. Okay, so let me show you another place where you can do something like this. So another useful spot that you can put your mirror wall and look at the place that you're gonna see for is this projector room. So if you're a defender, you can easily put a C4 downstairs and look from this mirror wall into the doorway and just easily kill the target. So how does this work? Well, this spot is a bit more difficult because it's right beneath the door, so it might be that the enemy will actually try to push in. So what you do is, for easier placement of the nitro cell, you just tap the Z button and mark the area. And what you can do, you can easily just put the C4 there. But what usually people don't do is they can actually break the floor a bit and then put the C4, because it might be a bit more hidden. Because if you're an attacker, you're not gonna see the C4. You're gonna be seeing the broken door, but you're not gonna be seeing the C4 because it is a bit more hidden. And of course, if the enemy is trying to push, they will not see the broken thing right here, and they will not hear the C4, which is actually really awesome. So if the enemy is trying to push in, you will see them in the doorway, or of course if it's blocked by a barricade, you can easily hear them just breaking the barricade. And once they're in, or once you see them going in, and if there's a barbed wire, it's gonna be even better, because that's going to make their movement even harder through it. So your C4 kill is gonna be guaranteed. So once you see them going in, you just activate it, boom, there you go. Even the door blows up. So even if they're standing on the doorway, they're gonna be dead 100%. So this kind of a tactic is insane if you know how to utilize Mira mirrors. Yeah, as for the Mira, I think that's it. I'm going to be showing you with the next operator, it's Valkyrie, and how to use her cameras and a C4, and how to do this. So let's switch and see how it works. Okay, so now that I've shown you how to do it with Mira, I'm gonna show you how to do it with Valkyrie. So with Valkyrie, what you need is to place a camera in the corner where you want to put your nitro cell, at the door, or a window where you want to place it. So probably a good spot for this in the penthouse is to put it right here looking at this door, because I would want to plant it right here. So if the enemy is pushing on this doorway, and of course it's barricaded, I'm going to just mark beneath the door so I know where to put it exactly. I'm going to take a shortcut because I don't have anybody else to go with me, so I'm gonna mark it again. So it's right here. I gotta place it right here. So after I placed my nitro cell, I'm sure that the enemy is going to be right here. I mean, I can even use my camera to see where I am exactly and where the C4 should be. So it should be right here. It should be right here where I'm standing. So I'm going to be going back upstairs so I can show you how it works. And you can see that the explosion is gonna wipe out the enemies. It's pretty simple, So let's say the enemy is pushing the doorway and you're hidden, but for the showing purpose, I'm just gonna stay here. You're looking at the camera and you can see the enemy that he's pushing, and once you see that, you just activate the C4 and boom, there you go, they are dead. Like, if they try to do this, they are 100% dead. And of course, if there is a barbed wire, it's gonna make it even harder for them to push in. So Yeah, like this is a pretty much effective tactic. Of course, you can do something like this with operators that do have a nitro cell like Bandit, but do not have, you know, vision like Valkyrie or Mira. What you can simply do is you can breach the floor with either, you know, your shotgun, or if you can ask a teammate to use your impact grenade or their shotguns to break the floor. And what you can do, you can go downstairs and you can look from below, from, you know, the breached part, and you can clearly see if somebody is pushing in. And of course, if there is a barbed wire, it's gonna make it even easier. So if you're a bandit or somebody else, you can even shoot at the enemies below. So it's a decent tactic to do if you wasted your nitro cell. But of course, if you want to get a guaranteed kill, use your nitro cell right beneath it, stand back a bit so you do not get blown away with it, and, you know, get an easier kill like that. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how you do it with Valkyrie. You put a camera in the room that you think the enemy is going to be pushing in, and once you see them going in, go off the camera, press G button, and there you go. It's easy as that. There is a little thing that you can do with Valkyrie on Cafe Dostoevsky that I'm actually going to be showing you. So maybe one thing that you can also do with Valkyrie, you can use walls as, you know, nitro cell spots. So let's say the enemy is trying to push in the train museum. You can put a camera like right here, looking at, you know, this hallway, and if the enemy is like, let's say, pushing the hallway, you can, you know, pretty much just camp here. Not a lot of enemies are gonna expect somebody to be here, but yeah, like you can look at the camera, and if let's say the enemy is like at this wall, what you can do, you can put a nitro cell and watch the camera, and if you see them getting closer to that wall, you can just nitro it down and boom, you get a kill. But of course, the enemy has to be a little bit close to the wall. Also, you can do this as a pushing strat. If they're already in, you can use your nitro and get in and, you know, get a few kills if you're lucky. But yeah, this is also a decent strat, using walls plus cameras to get a kill. It's a bit more difficult, but yeah. So yeah, that's going to be pretty much it now for Valkyrie. The only operator left that I haven't shown you is the pulse, and it's quite actually simple how to do nitro cell kills through the walls and through the floors. So let's move on to him. Okay, so before we start with the pulse, I gotta say that he's most useful on, you know, bomb sites, because if the enemy is going to be planting a bomb, you have enough time to use your pulse from, you know, above and easily get the target, because, you know, planting takes some time. So I'm going to be showing you how to actually do this. So usually the enemy that wants to push the executive office goes from this place right here. So if you are a defender, you will most likely know where the enemy is going to be pushing through. And, you know, most likely, as I said, they're going to be going through this room. And of course, every time you can get some easy kills if you do something like this. So you use your pulse pretty much and wait for the enemy to push in the room. And as soon as you see a little ping, you just toss your C4, activate it, and boom, you get a kill. It's, you know, as I said, easy as that. But of course, sometimes it might be hard because it might be, you know, a 3-speed operator, so they will move out of the way of the C4. Now, that's one way of using the C4 on, you know, unexpected ways, because people are not going to, you know, notice that you're there because you have a pulse, and even if you use your pulse from below, they're not gonna hear it because the walls are not breached or the ceiling is not breached. So, you know, most of the times this is gonna work. Now, as for the second way of how to using the C4 is actually using it on the bomb site. As for the bomb site defense, it's a bit easier to use a tactic like this with pulse, because if the enemy is placing a diffuser, like let's say here, you can even ping it for easier times, but you're going to see them with the pulse. So if they're placing like right here, you can use your C4 right away, get a kill, boom, the diffuser is gone. So they'll most likely know that you're there, so you have to move. But you know, sometimes the enemy doesn't care. They just want to plant the bomb because the time is almost up. So even if you're out of C4s, you can use your pulse to, you know, find the target, and if they're placing another diffuser, you can easily shoot them and kill them right away. So this tactic, you know, has double benefits of using pulse. He's really good on the bomb sites, not because of the C4, but because of his pulse and shooting the enemy through the ceilings. So you can use, of course, your C4 and of course your gun, depending if you have a shotgun or the These kind of tactics are pretty crazy. They don't work every time because, as I said, the enemy might have 3-speed operators, so it's not that easy to get a kill. But on operators with 2-speed or 1-speed, it's almost a guaranteed kill every time. So yeah, use this tactic however you want. Plant the C4s or nitro cells on whatever wall or ceiling you want, and it will work. As I said, it takes some practice because, you know, sometimes the target might escape or they just might not enter the bomb site as you expected. They might just fall back because they think somebody is really near them. But yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this guide on how to use nitro cells in a sneaky way and, you know, get enemies that are not going to be expecting them, because most likely they will not. There's like no way they can expect somebody from downstairs unless there's already somebody downstairs that is ready to shoot you. But yeah, like almost guaranteed, like 100% time, it will work if you know what you're doing. So yeah, guys, leave a comment down below and tell me what do you think about this tactic or a guide, and let me know if it helped you in the games and if you clutched some games like this and, you know, won the game because of it. But yeah, enjoy playing Rainbow Six Siege yourself. I know I will be doing too, and you know, until next time, guys, I'll be seeing you. Goodbye.